My name is Roselia. I'm 35 years old and grew up on farms. I've worked hard, so my hands are rough, but my heart has always been gentle and thankful. I worked for a man named Mr. Julian for many years on a big farm in the country. It looked great, with its white walls, big fields, and pretty horses that seemed to float as they walked. I did everything there. I swept the old wooden porch, cooked, cleaned, took care of the garden, fed the chickens, and collected eggs. Sometimes I sang songs while I did these things. People often said that when they heard my soft music, it felt like their souls could breathe. In a serious way, Mr. Julian was nice. He was kind to me and almost made me feel like family. He once told me that I helped him remember that being humble and honest are more valuable than having a lot of money. Not everyone thought the same way, though. Mrs. Amanda, his wife, was classy and cold. She always wore expensive cologne and was quiet but sharp-eyed. She was always judging. She couldn't stand it when Mr. Julian was nice to me. Her anger grew until it was like a shadow she couldn't hide. Still, I didn't change. Lord, give me strength to serve with love, I prayed when I woke up before the sun. Everything is worth it if it's for you. And I really thought it. That's right. While I was serving lunch one day, Mr. Julian saw that my hands were swollen from all the work I had done. Angry, he asked Rosalia, "Have you been to the doctor?" "No, sir, I'm okay," I answered with a small smile. "It's just being tired." From across the table, Mrs. Amanda saw everything, and I could feel her eyes go right through me like a blade. From then on, she tried to make my life as hard as possible. She said the floors were dull even if they were clean. She said the food didn't taste good if it did. She yelled at me in front of everyone if I was even a minute late with the coffee. I bowed my head and quietly accepted it. I had no idea that her jealousy was building up like a storm about to blow up. Then, one morning, the house felt weird, heavy, and quiet. Mr. Julian left early for a work trip, so Mrs. Amanda was in charge of everything. Later that morning, I was cleaning the porch when I heard solid footsteps behind me. It was she, with 2 strong workers with her. It was a sharp, "Rosalia," she said, "get your things together. You're fired." "Fired? What did I do?" I asked with a heavy heart. "You don't live here with your family or in this place," she yelled at him. "Take your stuff and leave." Two saw my world fall apart. In the world, this was my only job, my only stable place, and my only job. Even though I was crying, I said in a whisper, "God bless you, ma'am." "You can only take what is yours," she told him coldly. "That chicken and that bag of corn, nothing else." I carefully picked up the chicken and held it close as if it were my last chance. Then I left the estate through the white gate. It was a long, dirty, and unknown road ahead. I didn't have a house, family, or a place to sleep, just God and a chicken. The sun burned my back and the dust hurt my eyes as I walked for hours. The chicken slowed down when I hugged her close because she could feel my pain. As the sun went down, I came across a small area with a tree and some shade. I sat down on the ground with the chicken next to me and looked up at the orange and purple sky. I said in a whisper, "Lord, I don't have a house or a place to sleep, but I have faith. Do not leave me. Please give me strength if I have to start over." I slept outside that night. I had no idea that God was already working a miracle in my life. I woke up at dawn with a sore back and a thankful heart. The chicken got up and walked over to a small pile of leaves. After that, I heard a soft drop. The egg had hit the ground, but it was warm, golden, and shiny in my hands. I knew God had given it to me. In town, I sold the egg and got paid more than I had in months by a store owner. I used that money to buy food and old wood, and with hope and branches, I built a small hut. It was simple, but it was mine. It was a place to sleep, pray, and start over. The chicken stayed close, being my trusty friend. Time went by. I kept working, taking care of the animals and planting food. I was able to make my little farm better because the golden eggs kept coming. People in the village saw me and came to buy my eggs. With faith and hard work, I turned my small house into a small but successful farm. As I put my bags away one day, I saw a horse coming up behind me. It broke my heart. It was Mrs. Amanda, the same person who threw me out. She got off the horse scared, not proud like she had been before. She told him, "I need to talk to you." I gave a cool answer. "Go ahead, Mrs. Amanda." She looked at my land, my chickens, and my little house. "I did not know. People told you that you did well and that God blessed you. I was mean to you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me." I gave a small smile. "The day I left, I forgive you. God shows us how to forgive. I can't get the good things He gives me if I don't forgive." At that very moment, Mr. Julian came riding up on his horse, smiling. "Rose, I'm proud of you. Take a look at what you've made with hope and love." I showed him my house, my chickens, and my crops. People from the town began to come buy eggs, and they were amazed by the golden ones. Everything in my life had changed. To me, Mrs. Amanda looked sad and humble. She knew what she did was wrong. Faith, hard work, and being honest are what Mr. Julian saw as having real value. And I had peace and people around me where I used to feel alone and broken. I told the morning in a whisper, "Lord, thank you for your help, for never leaving me, and for showing me that faith can change everything."